Off you go. I can't be seen raternizing with the likes of you. A sorcerer? Ha! Second rat wizards by my book. The reddish-coloured flesh beasts round here string your kind up by their hands. Well, I'm a rat, and you're some kind of curious, large-style flesh beast. Never the twain shall mix. Thus spaketh the reddish, large-style flesh beasts. Just look at what happened to that lovely flick-tongued scale slitherer when she spent too much time with a lumbering, large-style flesh beast of her own. No thank you.
The woman in front of you yawns so wide that you can almost see what she had for lunch. Catching your eye across her wares, she rolls both of her own.
Oh, a customer. Welcome to Four Sisters, creators of the all-singing, all-dancing, world-famous Sorcerer Sundries. Sooner you tell me what you want to buy, sooner I can get back to doing what I like best. Nothing. So... not far enough away for my liking, that's for sure. Didara's off camping out with the Seekers, Donna's up in Arcs, and Dagmar... last I saw her, she was packing her finery onto a ship. Rallick knows where she's washed up, but I'm glad to be free. But listen here, I'm a bit bored with all this chit-chat. So, how about this? I'll give you a little discount if you can answer a riddle of mine. And then, you should know I already regret this. So, see me run, I never walk. I have a mouth, I never talk. I have a bed, I never sleep. I can be shallow, I can be deep. What am I? Wow, you got it right. And what a challenge it was too. I am so impressed. Now...
She sighs deeply, as irritated as if you just threw a spider into her ale.
well, I do sell Sorcerer Sundries, don't I? It'd be a bit hypocritical for me not to use my own products. You know, if you want to add some razzle-dazzle to your own gear...
She looks you up and down, slowly. It is clear that you are...
Well, take our leaflet. If you have any questions about Sorcerer Sundries, how about you turn to it instead of me? Great. Don't hurry back.
No! Hold us! Aldous, Fedor, what could have happened to you? Rubbish.
Or whoever's been disappearing magisters. Well, I'll not be sleeping tonight.
Welcome to Driftwood. Doubled over in agony, the shivering Magister spirit mumbles to it, noting the attention. He straightens, you become Kinnet, his memories flooding over you and replacing your own. Warmth, comfort. You are Kinnet, playing cards with your mates in a cozy barracks. You stagger to tipsy attention as a white-clad Magister commands that one of your troop seek a lost caravan. It's a one-man job, a job no man wants. Your sly-eyed troop leader holds out straws to you and the others. Who will invest? You feel the short straw and hear them shout, "Kinnet!" You know what that means. A lonely traipse in the cold dark. You dawdle and massacre. Your lantern reveals ravaged corpses in every direction. Inhaling sharply, you smell a thick black stench you remember secondhand from the few void-woken corpses your troops have found. No! Kinnet's tears fall from your eyes as you recognize his beloved weapon master, lifeless. A dark thicket rustles to your left. A claw rakes savage stripes across your guts. As Kinnet dies, all goes black. Staggering back from Kinnet's deathly grasp, only your own blood now pumps through your heart. With your living eyes, you see him trembling in front of you, desperately holding out 3 straws. As you pluck the short straw from his hands, Kinnet weeps with relief. His wound disappears in turn, and he's restored to the model image of a strapping young soldier. He looks around, then looks at you, and then he smiles. Smiling broadly, Kinnet fades away.
I'll show you. Low half poison.
The spirits of a Magister and a dwarf are locked in ethereal combat. Their vicious blows make no impact, yet they struggle on. Mid-snarl, the dwarf spies your presence and staggers back to address you.
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much as I do, eh? Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan, and you know where they were sending them. You look like you've been there yourself.
The Magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know sorcerer's law, Voidwoken, and you know we'd all still be alive if you hadn't attacked our caravan. Before... Before it all, Voidwoken stole the sorcerers along the cliffs, headed for Seven knows where.
Not to flip your flops or nothing, but 'tis more that my boss Lohar is against magisters than for sorcerers, if you know what I mean.
The Magister snorts in disdain.
Aloha! I should have known. Sorcerer, if you want to stay alive around these parts, you'll stay far, far away from that walking vermin. Though, on the other hand, maybe you should go stand near him. Maybe the Voidwoken could take him out where we failed. Ha!
The dwarf eyes you steadily and silently, his mouth a straight line, and his eyes like marbles of steel. The Magister shrugs.
Well, if I knew that, we'd have taken him out long ago. All I can say is, he's somewhere in Driftwood, and everything he touches turns into annihilation. You dare strike me? Step back at once!
History will remember you,
The
Reds.
bull lazily chews non-existent card. It...
Well, guess I should have seen that coming.
History is written by victors. Do not doubt our divine order.
Dying, of course. As soon as they sent me pulling that there wagon, I should have known this was how things was going to end. Of course, I can see the future, and I did see this, but I honestly thought I was sleeping. Well, that's nice of you. It's not so bad so far. Sure don't miss pulling wagons. You sure you want to know? All right. Let me have a look-see here.
The bull shakes itself, swallows the card, clears its throat.
World's gonna end. Let me think about that now, too. Yeah. Okay. Right, here we go. It'll vanish. It'll be there, and then it won't be there no more. I've no idea how long that'll take. It could happen any moment. Could take millennia.
The bull shrugs.
Here. I don't suppose you could do me a favour, unhitch this here harness so as I can make my way to the Field of Echoes.
The bull nods its thanks and gently fades away.
I knew you'd say yes.
History will remember you, Reds, with more venom than even the Black Ring.
The spirits of a Magister and a dwarf are locked in...
Sorcerer! You must hate the Reds as much...
Provoked indeed. He knows sorcery.
Rightly so. Reds had sorcerers locked up tight in that caravan, and you know where they were sending them. You look like you've been there yourself.
The Magister lunges for the dwarf, his exasperation clear.
Anna, you saw it with your own eyes. You know Sorcerer's Law, Voidwoken, and you... Before it all, Voidwoken stole the Sorcerer's...
That doesn't sound promising, does it?
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc before plunging into the water below.
Oh, Ma! Are you all right? Ma!
A screech like metal dragging on stone grinds from across the river.
You have to help her, please. You can't see her. She's in the house, and those things are all around. Void things. There was a fight. Some dwarves attacked some magisters, and there were sorcerers too, and then the bugs came. Those void things. They killed everyone. And my mom got them to chase her, and she went across the bridge, and then she raised the bridge, and she told me to run, and now she's stuck over there with them. Not without Ma. Family doesn't just leave each other. You will. Maybe you can cross the river then. Ma lifted the bridge, but there's got to be another way, right? Yeah. You'll make one, and I'll...
His gaze shoots to the ground. He grabs a small flat pebble and chucks it across the river. Again, it lands in the water below, well before reaching the other side of the cliffs.
I'll keep distracting him.
He performs a divine order salute.
Now go out, Ma! Come on! Ma, can you hear me? Looky here, bugs. Looky here, bugs. Looky here, bugs. Oh! Ma, can you hear me?
And who are you? Oh, never mind, no time. Hurry on in and gear up. There's a Voidwoken right bar him. He's still out there. Damn it, I told him to go back into town. We gotta do this fast. Let's get those bugs out of here. You in? By the 7, that's what I'm talking about. I got all the fixings here for every kind of bomb, grenade, missile and shell you can imagine. Make what you want and then let's go. I got a boy's... Ready, set, squash!
I'm ready.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, her left arm hanging limply at her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Nice scratch on me. None that last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it. You sound like a paladin. Very righteous, isn't that right? Well, good for you, I reckon. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari. Pleasure's mine. You all right? Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-dee in a void-woken's belly by now. I owe you one. Always happy to squash a bug if I get the chance. Especially with a toughie like you on the front. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boy's waiting for me. Mind lowering the bridge, though? I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment. There you are, my good-looking lad.
Ma!
Let me get a good look at you. You're okay?
Course I am, Ma. Are you?
Fit as a fiddle. And oh, twice the size.
And the house?
She'll be all right. And how's my little spider monkey doing? Safe and sound?
Spider monkey? You mean dragon?
Come here, you.
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down Mari's nose, falls on the black stubble on Barin's head. She strokes the wet drop away, smiling. Mari seems oblivious to you. Her eyes are closed, her lips turned in a serene smile as she strokes Barin's head.
My boy, my good boy.
Hey, wait, one sec. Ma, look! Thank you so much for helping my Ma. All those void woken. Sheesh, thank the gods everyone is okay.
Thank the gods. Oh, thank the mum. And our friend here too. If that's the case, let them show themselves. Lucian at the very least. All these Reds running the realm for him and he ain't even here. Anyhow, I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Raymond what you did. He's real high up in the order and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be he has some good work for you. Some dwarves, locals, attacked a Magister caravan. Must have been sorcerers inside. Voidwoken must have sensed them. Came in formation like a proper battalion. Never seen anything like it. No match for the bomber pair at the Bridgeside cottage. Right, Baron?
As rain.
We're off into town. Best of luck to you, mate. And come say hi if you make your way inside.